And hello everybody, welcome back to another video, and this is the first episode of a new series I'm going to be starting called Ninjago, or just Overview. I don't know. I like Ninjago Overview more than just Overview, but I might do more than just Ninjago in this series, so yeah. So in this series, I will be taking a look at a group of minifigures that all go together and just be taking a look at them as one collective group. And for this first episode, I decided to do the newest set of ninja suits that I have completed. They're not the newest ones. They're the second newest, and they're the newest I've completed since I haven't completed the Mech Pilot suits series yet. But yeah, let's get started and take a look at the Dragon's Rising Season 1 suits. Okay, so starting off with Lloyd, and he is probably my favorite out of this suit line. I am surprised that they decided to change one of the main ninjas' primary colors. Because Lloyd, from 2012 to 2022, used just normal green. But in Dragon's Rising 2023, he made the switch to bright green, which I'm very surprised that they did. And I think it looks great. The bright green is just so much brighter than the normal green, and it makes like the dark green, for example, pop so much more. Like the dark green looks great on normal green, but on bright green it looks amazing. It looks really good on bright green. And also for the belt, he uses this lighter shade of green. Which I think works. I don't think it's a color he's ever used before. If it is, like, barely ever used before. But I think it works. And then the gold also looks pretty great. Talking about the new mask pieces, I think they look pretty good overall. They're a lot more bulky than every other mask piece we've ever gotten before. But I think it works. The only thing is that you can't turn the heads at all, which sucks. So really, these guys look great on display, but that's pretty much it. I do really like, though, that they made enough room so you can still move the arms back and forward all the way without it being limited. Because typically, when you have an armor piece this bulky, you aren't able to move the arms very much. But luckily here they made sure that you're still able to move the arms. Taking off the armor, you can see the top of his torso print. He has a couple golden buckles, and then he uses the same shade of green as his belt for the undershirt. And in all the ninja this wave, or all the main ninjas this wave, use the same basic design for the torso and legs. They have their primary color on top here, except for Cole, and then their secondary color at the bottom, again except for Cole, with two straps coming down the middle, and then the initial down here in the bottom right corner. And then for their arms, they have their primary. They use their primary color for their arms, and the secondary color for their hands, again except for Cole. And then they all get new face prints this way, which is really nice. You see here, Lloyd just has like a bit more of a neutral expression. It's like slightly angry, but like it looks more like annoyed than anything. But it's still nice to have. Turn them around, you can see there's alternate face. See, he has like this like mask on. I don't know why. He has this mask on, and it looks fine. I don't know. I don't really see the need of it. And then they all have the same basic back torso print. They have this dragon here with I presume one of the dragon energy cores. They're in between its horns with whatever their elemental power is, like around coming up around the sides of the dragon head. Yeah, so Liz Lloyd, this is my favorite out of the eight. I probably won't spend this much time on the others, just because I went over the basic design on Lloyd here, and I'm not going to do that for all of them. So yeah, now moving on to Kai. Kai, the red ninja, uses red for his primary color and dark red for secondary. Uses black for the belt, which is really, really nice. I think it looks really good. I think the dark red looks really good on here. Uh, the, taking off the armor, you can see he has two golden buckles, just like Lloyd, and a gray undershirt, which I think looks really nice. Turn him around, you can see, like Lloyd, he has a mask on. Again, don't know why. Yeah, and then back to our sprint, you can see exact same as Lloyd's, except this time he has fire instead of whatever the heck Lloyd had, like energy something. So overall, I think Kai's a really good figure. He's my second favorite out of this line, and I really like the new face we got for him. It's one that we really needed, and it really fits his character. On to Nia. Okay, now here's Nia. She uses Azure for her primary color, and then gunmetal gray for secondary. Which it seems now that she has fully switched over to Azure instead of gunmetal gray, because gunmetal gray used to be her primary color. But then with the island, she started to use more and more blue. And now with Dragon Rising, it seems that she's fully made the switch to the lighter blue. Because we can see with both her Season 1 suit and her Season 2 suit that the light blue is her primary color that she's using for torso, legs, and arms, and mask. Which, on one hand, I really like. I think it looks really good. But on the other hand, her using blue as her primary color just makes her a bit too similar to Jay, I think. Because now we have two ninja using blue as their main color. While before, she had gunmetal gray, which nobody else had. And she still uses gunmetal gray, just not nearly as much of it. But I do think that's a really good suit. See, she uses dark red for her belt and undershirt, which is a color that she hasn't used since, I believe, Season 7, so it's really nice to see her using that again. And I do think that the color really fits her. The new face print that she has is good, but not necessarily the face print I would have chosen to give her, or like the expression I would have chosen to give her. I think I would have given her like another angry face, since we don't really have any angry face for her. Here's a look at the back torso print, and I think she has probably my favorite mask design. Still, I don't know why they have these, but either hers or Jay's is my favorite. And you can see same back torso print, just with water. So overall, I think this is a really good figure, and I think she has my favorite colors, just overall colors. I prefer the spring green on Lloyd, the black and gray on Kai, and the orange that Cornarian used. I think overall color scheme, Nia is my favorite. Okay, next up here is Zane, and now he does kind of break the trend a little bit here by, instead of using his secondary color, which is a brighter blue, this blue is brighter than Nia's blue, on his hands, he uses gray, which is the same color that he uses for his belt for his hands. Which I think was a good choice, since there is a lot of blue on this guy. And I think that having the blue hands would have just made it too much blue. Because on Lloyd, Kai, and Nia, their primary color has overpowered their secondary color. But on Zane, his secondary color is kind of overpowering the white, I think. So the blue stands out a bit more than the white. So I think having blue hands just would have really thrown the whole thing off. Taking off his armor, you can see that he uses dark blue for his undershirt. In the face, and the new expression that we get for him is really nice. Because before we were stuck having him angry, but now we finally have like a somewhat neutral face. Like Lloyd, I think this is like a slightly angry face, but not as angry as Lloyd, and it can just work as like a neutral face. I think I would have preferred maybe like a smirking face like Kai, but this is still good. I think he has one of my favorite back torso prints. I love the ice shards coming off of the dragon horns. See, again, has the mask. He uses yellow for the eyes, which is odd. Well, okay, no, I guess yellow isn't completely out of his color scheme. I guess he's used yellow more than he's used the dark blue. I think that this is one of the better suits from this wave, and now we're halfway through, so moving on to Cole. So now Cole is the one to really break the because not only does he use his primary color for his hands, but he also has his primary color on the bottom and the secondary color on the top, which is opposite from every other ninja that we've looked at so far. I think the reason that they did this is because if they had the orange on the bottom, then they would also have to have the orange on the legs too, on the top of the leg, which I do think would have been a bit too much orange. But then again, we've seen Cole use a lot of orange before, so I don't really see why he couldn't have used some more on his legs this time either. One thing that's also different about him is that it's a very subtle detail, but he has a gray belt and also a gray undershirt. But on the belt is like this very small, thin golden line, which just adds something to the figure and makes this figure a lot better. The face print that he has is pretty good. I don't really know what expression could have been better. I do think that there was like something off about it, but it's fine. Back torso print also looks really, really good. I love all you got like the little like rocks coming out. And then I think the orange being on the top really works on the back here. And I think Cole is my least favorite of all like the masks. Again, don't know why they have these, but I think he's my least favorite. He uses red for some reason. I don't know why he uses red. And then like this bright yellow. I really like bright yellow, but I don't really think it fits Cole. It like more works on like Kai and Jay, not really Cole. So yeah, so there's some parts I really like about this figure, and some other parts I not so much. So now moving on to the final main ninja. Okay, now finally here we got Jay. He's back to being like the first three ninja that we looked at, with having his secondary color on the bottom and his secondary color for his hands. See, he uses what I like to call banana yellow for his belt and undershirt. And for the face print, again, like Cole, not the best, but I don't really know what I would have preferred. So this is fine. Again, I don't know if I prefer his or Nia's mask here. And I think he also has one of the weaker back torso prints. I can barely even see the lightning on the camera. Yeah. So yeah, the dark blue just blends in so much with the normal blue. Yeah, I think this is my least favorite suit out of the 6. I do really like the banana yellow used. I think it is just like a nice pop of color, but the dark blue just really blends into the normal blue. So yeah, I think this is my least favorite. Okay, now on almost every other episode, this will be the end of the video. In this video, it will not, because we got 2 more ninjas to take a look at. The 2 new ninja, Aaron and Sora, and we are starting off here with Aaron. Aaron here steals Skylar's color and uses flame yellow and orange. And I do really like this color combination here. Now, unlike all the other ninja, also, he has horns on his mask. I don't know why, but it looks cool. You see he has like a sandish green belt for some reason. He has his initial right here. And then he has a dragon coming down on this side of the torso. And you can see it's 2 little claws. One there and one up there. You can see it better if I remove the armor. And now taking off the armor, it just looks like he has a normal hoodie on. that's pretty much it. This is just a normal, regular hoodie underneath his mask, which I think is really good. I really like that. You can see he has a white undershirt, black hands, and then you can see the two little pockets here. Turn him around, not much different, not much. He has a dragon tail, and then his name right in here. And then the one in the face we get for him, I think works. I think this is a really great first suit to get for this new character. Now moving on to the final minifigure. And finally here we have Sora. Now she is by far the most different out of any of these guys. And I love this figure. She uses white for her base color, and then she uses dark blue and coral, which I think looks amazing. You can see her hair under her mask here, and then she also has cat ears on top, and then a cat keychain right here. For her belt, she has a seat belt, actually. That is a seat belt right there. She has a, hang on. She has a dark blue undershirt, some coral straps coming down, and then there's her name written, and then there's her name written right there. Now she has one normal arm that uses white and then dark blue, but then this arm is completely gold and has arm printing on it. And now, you cannot tell me that this isn't a prosthetic. You cannot tell me that this is not a prosthetic. There's no way that this isn't a prosthetic. And now with that out of the way, let's move on to the back torso printing. And yeah, the back torso printing is really good. See, got a cat there with an S. Got the straps continuing onto the back. Then you got the belt that's continuing onto the back. Really, really good figure. Oh wow, I've been recording for a lot longer than I thought it would. Yeah, overall, I think this is a really great line of suits. I really like the consistency between the main 6 and then the 2 new ninja. These are some great first suits. But yeah, with that, I would really appreciate it if you took 2 seconds to like and subscribe. Now, the next line of suits I'm going to do are the crystallized suits. And that line of suits is going to be split up into 2 different videos. Because there are 10 suits. There are 10 suits, one for both Lloyd and Nia. And then each of the 4 ninja, Kai, Zane, Cole, and Jay, each get 2 each. So instead of doing 10 suits in one video, and doing like 2 Kais, 2 Zanes, 2 Coles, and 2 Jays in one video, I'm just going to split it up into 2 videos that are each going to have 5 suits each. Bye.